Have you ever wondered about the concept of fifth dimension consciousness in the New Earth? This is a realm where time and space merge, where intuition reigns, and where we connect with the universe in ways that transcend our typical understanding. It's an exciting prospect, isn't it? A new Earth, a higher state of consciousness. It's like stepping into a whole new world. So, are you ready to have your curiosity piqued and your mind expanded? Dive with us into the fascinating exploration of this intriguing concept. To understand the fifth dimension consciousness, we first need to comprehend the concept of dimensions. The idea of dimensions might seem complex, but let's simplify it. Imagine a point. This point, having no length, width, or height, represents the zero dimension. Now, if we stretch this point in any one direction, we get a line, which is the first dimension. It has length but no width or height. Now let's stretch this line perpendicular to its length. We get a plane, a flat surface. This plane represents the second dimension, having both length and width but no height. To introduce height, we stretch this plane perpendicular to its length and width. Now we've created a cube, which represents the third dimension. We live in this three-dimensional world, experiencing length, width, and height. But what about the fourth dimension? For that, we need to stretch the cube in a direction that's perpendicular to all three dimensions we're familiar with. Hard to visualize? That's because it's not something we can see or touch in our three-dimensional world. This fourth dimension is often referred to as time. It's the dimension that allows us to move from one moment to the next. So we've covered 0 to 4. But what about the elusive fifth dimension? Well, the fifth dimension is a step further. It's not as tangible as the first three dimensions, nor is it as abstract as the fourth. It's a dimension of consciousness, a plane of higher reality that exists beyond time and space as we know it. It's where the spiritual meets the scientific, the known greets the unknown. In the fifth dimension, consciousness isn't bound by linear time or physical space. It's a realm of infinite possibilities where past, present, and future coexist, where multiple realities can exist simultaneously. Now that we have a grip on the dimensions, we move into the elusive fifth. The fifth dimension consciousness refers to a higher level of existence beyond our typical understanding. It's like stepping into a new world, one that exists simultaneously with our own, but operates under a completely different set of rules. In the third and fourth dimensions, our experiences are largely guided by the physical and the temporal. We're bound by the constraints of time and space, and our perceptions are often limited to what we can see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. But the fifth dimension consciousness is different. It transcends these limitations, offering a perspective that's not bound by linear time or confined to physical space. It embodies a state of being where the past, present, and future coexist harmoniously, and where distance and separateness are illusions. Living in the fifth dimension consciousness is about experiencing life in its purest form. It's about recognizing the inherent connection between all things and understanding that we're not just inhabitants of the universe, but integral parts of it. It's about existing in a state of unconditional love where fear and negativity hold no sway. In this dimension, we're no longer observers, but active participants in the cosmic dance of life. We cease to be mere human beings and instead become cosmic beings with the ability to shape our reality through our thoughts, intentions, and actions. But how does this differ from the lower dimensions? Well, consider this. In the third dimension, we perceive life as a series of linear events with cause and effect governing our experiences. The fourth dimension introduces the concept of time as a variable, allowing use to perceive the flow of events in a nonlinear way. But the fifth dimension consciousness goes beyond this. It allows us to perceive the interconnectedness of all things, to see the universal not as a collection of separate entities, but as a unified whole. It's a state of being where the illusion of separateness dissolves and we truly understand that we are all one. This higher level of consciousness allows for a profound connection to the universe, leading us to the concept of the new earth. The new earth is a concept that represents a shift in our collective consciousness. It's not about a physical new planet, but rather an evolution of our shared mental and spiritual state. Imagine a world where love, compassion, and unity are the norm, where we're deeply connected to ourselves, each other, and the universe. That's the vision of the new earth. Now, you might be wondering, how does this tie in with the concept of fifth dimension consciousness? Great question. The fifth dimension is not a place, but a state of being, a frequency of existence that resonates with love, unity, and higher understanding. As we ascend to this level of consciousness, we begin to perceive and interact with the world around us differently. We recognize that we are not separate entities, but interconnected parts of a larger whole. This shift in perception is at the heart of the new earth. It's about seeing the world and our place in it through a lens of love and unity. But it's not just about individual transformation. The new earth is a collective vision. It's about all of us together, shifting our consciousness and creating a world that mirrors our highest potential. Just imagine a world where we understand that we are all connected, where we value each other's well-being as much as our own, where we recognize the divinity in ourselves and in each other. This is the promise of the new earth. It's a world where compassion reigns, where we honor our planet and all its inhabitants, where peace is not just a dream but a reality. It's important to note that this shift in consciousness doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey. But every journey begins with a single step. And each step we take, each thought we shift, brings us closer to this new earth, this higher state of being. This shift in consciousness is not just an individual journey, but a collective one that shapes the new earth. We're all in this together, and together we can create a world that reflects our highest ideals, our deepest love, and our brightest light. So, how does one navigate towards this fifth dimension consciousness and the new earth? Let's delve into this fascinating journey. The journey to the fifth dimension consciousness is a process of spiritual awakening. It's like waking up from a long sleep and seeing the world in a new light. It's about shedding layers of conditioning and fear that have kept us bound to the third dimension. This spiritual awakening isn't something that happens overnight. It's a journey that unfolds over time, much like the blossoming of a beautiful flower. Mindfulness is key on this journey. It's about being present in the moment, fully engaged with whatever we're doing in the here and now. It's about letting go of the past and future and just being. Mindfulness helps us to step out of our conditioned patterns and start to see things from a higher perspective. Meditation is another powerful practice that can help us shift towards the fifth dimension consciousness. It's a tool that allows us to quiet the mind and connect with our inner self. Through meditation, we can start to access higher states of consciousness and begin to perceive a reality beyond the physical world. We also need to cultivate a sense of love and unity. In the fifth dimension, there's no separation between us and others. We're all interconnected, all part of the same whole. This means letting go of judgment, fear, and any sense of us versus them. It's about recognizing the divine in everyone and everything. And finally, we need to be open to change and transformation. The journey to the fifth dimension and new earth is a journey of transformation, of becoming more than what we've been. It's about embracing our highest potential and stepping into a new way of being. Remember, this journey is deeply personal and unique to each individual. It's not about following a set path, but about finding your own way. It's a journey of self-discovery, of awakening to who you truly are. So, take a deep breath, step forward with courage and openness, and embark on this wonderful journey to the fifth dimension and new earth. What could be the implications of embracing the fifth dimension consciousness and the new earth? This intriguing question sets the stage for our exploration of the potential impacts of this profound shift in consciousness. Let's start with personal growth. Imagine a world where every individual operates from a place of unconditional love, compassion, and understanding. These are the hallmarks of fifth dimension consciousness. It encourages us to become the best versions of ourselves, to shed our fears and limiting beliefs, and to fully embrace our potential. We would no longer be bound by the constraints of time and space, but instead we would understand the interconnectedness of all things and the divine nature of our existence. Next, let's consider societal structures. Currently, our societies are predominantly based on hierarchy, competition, and scarcity. But what if we could shift this paradigm to one of equality, cooperation, and abundance? This is what the new earth represents. It's a world where everyone is valued for their unique contributions, where resources are shared equitably, and where peace and harmony prevail. No longer would there be a need for conflict, oppression, or injustice. Finally, let's contemplate global harmony. The fifth dimension consciousness and the new earth are not just about personal and societal transformation. They also encompass a global shift towards unity and oneness. We would recognize our shared humanity and our collective responsibility to care for our planet. We would see that we are not separate from nature, but rather we are an integral part of it. This realization could lead to sustainable practices, respect for all life forms, and a harmonious coexistence with the natural world. In conclusion, the implications of embracing the fifth dimension consciousness and the new earth are far-reaching. They have the potential to radically transform our personal lives, our societies, and our planet. The shift to the fifth dimension consciousness and the new earth could indeed herald a more harmonious and connected world. In conclusion, the concepts of fifth dimension consciousness and the new earth offer profound insights. We've explored the essence of fifth dimension consciousness, a state of love, unity, and higher frequency. We've delved into the new earth, a transformative era of global harmony. We've journeyed through the pathways to reach this enlightened state and contemplated its profound impact. Unraveling these concepts may not only transform individual lives, but also our collective reality.